Ash?
Yeah.
Derek?
Yeah?
I hope you realize we just bore witness one of the greatest things mankind has ever created. That Smash event was amazing. It actually exceeded all my expectations. And, and I actually pretty much nailed it. The 8-player Smash and confirming a new character being Mewtwo. This is freaking awesome. Plus the whole Donkey Kong Country, dual plane stage. It just blew me away. But where do you guys stand on this?
Oh, right with you. I'm there freaking out with you, all this stuff being announced. When they said 50 new things, we're expecting something smaller, something like kind of useless, like, just really small things. But no, each of these felt kind of substantial and really exciting. This is some really great stuff that we're getting in here.
Yeah, there's a little repeat information like the amiibo stuff, but it's not a big deal. That Bowser Jr. reveal trailer was super amazing. 8-player Smash, and one of my personal things I'm looking forward to, Palutena's Guidance, which is like the new Kodak conversation for Smash Wii U.
Right.
I'm so excited about all this stuff.
Dude, the Bowser Jr. trailer was amazing. Even though we already knew everything about Bowser Jr., it was still super cool seeing that. I just wish they had shown it before the game had come out, because it would have been even cooler,
Yeah.
the game, before he was officially announced. But with that said, it almost didn't matter, because that was just so awesome looking. And then that was followed right by the Mewtwo reveal, confirming that DLC characters will be here. And I think going off our video's performance already of that segment, that is going to be the most popular thing in the world, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. But there is one conspicuous absence, especially with the tease that we got for this event. Duck Hunt Dog. Doesn't appear anywhere. Then
that was
you get
so
his own
weird.
Trailer. Nothing. There is no indication of that single picture, and he's just not there at all.
That was bizarre. I kept waiting for him to show up. I thought the Bowser Jr. trailer would zoom out to show them on the TV, and there was a zapper pointing at them or something. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. So, I guess that shows we are not done yet. There are going to be more trailers. And maybe that one is showing off something that they didn't want to reveal quite yet on second thought.
Yeah, if we're going with the reveal schedule so far, we should be getting the last 2 characters next week, so maybe they'll just announce, hey, here's the last trailer, and go for it. I don't know.
That could be. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, I have to run to San Francisco for something I can't quite talk about yet, but will very, very soon. So anyways, I'm out of here, but Derek will take over the discussion from now. And we'll probably, and there's so much to cover here, we'll probably be doing much more in the near future on it. But anyways, Derek, it's all you.
All right, thank you. All right, guys. So let's get into some specifics here. One of the bigger things is that the default roster is actually expanded for this game. So it includes Bowser Jr., Ganondorf, Jigglypuff, and Ness. Thoughts on that, Ash?
It's fine. I kind of like unlocking characters, so I would have been fine if they had been, locked from the beginning. But sure, okay, I'll take 4 more, characters you don't have to unlock.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's we've played with them for how long now, so it's not really a huge deal that we have to re-unlock them. For a lot of people, it's probably a relief because the sense I'm getting here, there was no mention of anything that you unlock in Smash Bros. 3DS being also unlocked in Smash Wii U.
I know. I'm afraid this means we're going to have to unlock custom moves and everything all over again.
Which does seem likely, though. It seems like at least some of the customization options that you do for the Mii and that kind of thing will cross over. But yeah, it looks like it's something that you will have to just redo again, which is a little unfortunate. But hey, I didn't put that much time into it yet, so I'm kind of happy about it in a way.
Yeah, and there's so much more content in the Wii U version. It's going to be pretty easy just to play it and get all this stuff passively.
Mm-hmm, exactly. There's so much for you to do, and one of the really cool things, and something actually to help with trophy collecting, is the new classic mode, where it actually adjusts based on how well you do, which way you go, rather than you actually choosing yourself. Also, just setting the difficulty and all that sort of thing. But there's also multiplayer. You can go through classic mode with 2 players. You can go through all-star mode with 2 players. You can have competitive sandbag. Home run derby.
Like home run contest, target blast is 2 players and also has 3 stages now.
That is awesome. That makes me actually a lot more likely to play these modes because I have a way to actually compete. You know,
I'm not going to lie. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I still don't really care at all about Target Blast, even if it has 3 stages. But I am looking forward to 2-player home run contest, 2-player classic mode. And also, remember, All-Star mode now, they've reversed it. You play the newest fighters first, and then the old-school fighters last.
Which is cool. And I love the little stands they have there in the background for the little trophies in the background and all that stuff. And then All-Star mode will get you the final Smash versions of trophies.
I love that they're back.
Yes, that is so cool. And I know as a fellow trophy hunter like myself, how excited were you when you saw those like cases like for complete sets?
Those for completionists like me, I love these trophies. That's going to haunt me until I complete every single one of them. I love that, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, it is so awesome, and that's just surface level stuff. I mean, there's, let's just get into the nitty gritty. Like of course, one of the big things is 1080p confirmed, so this is going to be a gorgeous looking game. Not that we didn't know that already, but the new type of stages we're getting, and linking that into the whole fact that 8-player Smash is confirmed, which Andres touched on a little bit before, but. Holy crap, even the way they're doing it, I thought, oh, okay, 5-player, that makes sense because, they got the gamepad and all that. That's typical for most stuff.
I love the way they revealed that.
Yeah, 5-player Smash, 6-player Smash. The announcer is just, he really did make that direct for me because he was just so fun and energetic, and you could really tell he was having a blast with it.
Yeah. I will say that I kind of miss Sakurai, and his awkward mannerisms and just him being kind of Sakurai in general. I kind of wish he'd made at least an appearance, but, that's a small thing.
Well, this direct was all about getting that information out as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
Yeah.
And it really did its job. But yes, 8-player Smash done specifically with certain stages, including Palutena's Temple, which we predicted. And a brand new form of a stage in the form of Big Battlefield, as well as some other stages, of course, getting 8-player Smash, being able to support 8-player Smash.
Right.
That is awesome. It makes sense. It works out, and I think it really will be a very fun mode for people to get into, especially with parties.
Yeah, definitely. It is important to note that 8-player Smash is not online, but I still think it's great. I mean, I'm not surprised it's not online. But 8-player Smash is going to be great for parties. I'm really looking forward to checking it out. I know I already saw some people on Twitter saying, Fox only, Final Destination, 8 players. I'm like, oh, come on. But no, this is so great. And just going back to 1080p for a second, I don't think anyone really expected that. I think we were kind of operating under the assumption that this game would run at 720p. Or at least 1080p upscale. But it sounds like it runs natively in 1080p, which is really surprising and great.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a very gorgeous game just by the looks of it.
Yeah,
and able to support that many players at once in those big of a stages. That is impressive. There's some really impressive technology going on here, especially when you count in the whole dual planing for battles, being able to go back and forth between different planes and fighting that way in those barrels. I never even thought about that possibility. It's something that never occurred to me. But it makes sense to bring that in, especially with a Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze level. I think that was a Tropical Freeze level.
No, it's actually just Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was applied to Donkey Kong Country Returns too, but yeah. It makes sense with that level. I like how they balance it out so you can't have somebody just constantly shifting between the two planes by having it explode on them. It just works.
Yeah, it really does, and I love how they kind of take that natural mechanic in Donkey Kong Country Returns and work it into Smash like that. I'm kind of curious to see if there will be any other stages that take advantage of dual plane battling, or if this is the only one.
I'm not sure, because as on a glance, it seemed like only the Great Cave Offensive will have the danger zones,
right?
With that kind of other thing, where if you're over 100%, you hit one of those spikes, you're dead. It's not just you have to get knocked out like it is in Hyrule Temple, where you can bounce all around up until you're at like 300%. No, you hit 100%. You hit one of those, you're done. So it almost makes it kind of a traditional fighting game, I guess. Although not really. I'm not even sure how to describe it, because you build up the damage and then you just toss them into one of those things. And I think playing defensively on that stage is probably going to be one of the biggest things to do.
Yeah, probably. I have to say, as much as I want to check out the Great Cave Offensive, I don't think the Danger Zones are going to prove that popular with a lot of people. I definitely don't see this being a stage that people play in tournaments or anything, of course. But even in casual play, I don't know. The Danger Zone thing seems to be something that I don't think a lot of people are going to find fun. I could be wrong. I still definitely want to check out the stage. It looks beautiful. It's huge. I mean, it's a massive stage, maybe the biggest one Smash has ever had. But yeah, I'm not sure about the Danger Zone thing.
Yeah, it's going to be very divisive, I think.
Yeah,
it's going to come down to a lot of personal tastes. Then, of course, going off more stage stuff, of course, we had the guidance and stuff that we also did, that you mentioned before, with Palutena and Viridi, which looks awesome. A lot of people expected it. It's great that it's going to be in there. But, of course, we also have Star Fox Conversations returning, which is also awesome. Just loving those little things in there. And if they have it, I know they didn't mention this at all, but there has to be something for Doc Lewis.
Yeah, you'd think so. And speaking of Doc Lewis, we've been going through the trailer, or the direct, and we've noticed that in one of the event icons, Doc Lewis shows up alongside a Wii Fit trainer and another character. I can't remember at the current moment. But no one has really been able to figure out why he's there, or, we've never seen Doc Lewis show up in the middle of gameplay before. So, I don't want to infer anything too crazy from that, but this is definitely something new. I mean, we've never seen Doc Lewis in gameplay. So, what do you think that could mean, Derek?
I just think it's probably going to him coming in from the sidelines. Like, he's not going to be interactive at all, but it'll be like the Pokemon trainer. He's just in the background calling out shouts to Mac, and then you'll get some interaction that way. Like, he'll yell out shouts like, do this to this player or whatever.
Right.
That sort of thing. Or talk about chocolate.
Yeah.
We finally have other bosses besides Yellow Devil, and boy, do they seem better than Yellow Devil.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Although based on the footage of Ridley, it does seem like it'll be pretty disruptive. Same with Metalface. Like,
I think that's kind of the point.
Oh, I'm sure it is, but for people who don't like Yellow Devil, I'm not convinced that they're suddenly going to like Metalface and Ridley. Mm-hmm.
Again, it's going to be divisive. Some people will probably like it, other people probably won't. But I think they don't seem to take up the stage like Yellow Devil does.
True.
Which I think is one of the bigger problems with him, because you run out of real estate with that level, and that's probably the bigger problem. Metalface looks like he destroys real estate, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
And Ridley, he has this very interesting concept where you can sort of power him up to Meta Ridley, and even like if another player takes him out while it's he's under your control, that counts as a point.
Yeah.
So that's kind of major to have that kind of like power over him, and he's kind of playable.
Yeah,
in a way, he could team up.
I mean, I don't think any of us were surprised that this is what Ridley's fate ended up being. I know a lot of people are angry and salty online, but honestly, Sakurai never teased Ridley as anything other than a boss in Pyrosphere, and that's exactly what he is. Mm-hmm. I don't know why people are surprised or think Sakurai trolled them. He didn't. He's a boss, and that's what it looked like back in April as well.
Yep. And I think he looks like an awesome boss. He's probably my favorite of the three bosses.
His model looks great.
Oh, yeah, he looks gorgeous.
Yeah, he looks really cool.
It's just really cool. But there's so much more than just what they did with the stages. And, I mean, we have all these different modes. And some of them we, of course, talked about before. But, of course, the board game one that Amazon leaked, which got the official name of Smash Tour. And it's a board game, like we thought. It looks very reminiscent of Mario Party in a way. Players using items, spinning a wheel, advancing around the map. And actually what the goal of it is to collect fighters. The more fighters you have, the better chance you have in the final battle at the end, because it's a stock match based on how many of the fighters you actually have, which is ingenious. That is a genius way of trying to get more fighters for yourself, interacting with the other players on the board so you can get rid of their fighters early on. And it's just a really cool concept that sort of matches Smash together. And there's a lot of little details in there that I really like. Like I saw there were suit cards in there, like card suits down there that you can collect and like pass by. I'm not quite sure what they do, but the design of them are very reminiscent of Fortune Street, which I'm not sure if you've ever played that before, but it might actually be, we were talking about Mario Party, but the actual design of the game might be a little closer to Fortune Street.
Yeah, I played Fortune Street briefly at whatever E3 it was pressing at. I never bought it or anything, but it does seem a little like that. Smash Tour is something I'm going to have to kind of wait and see on and play myself. I wasn't entirely sold on it just from the footage in the trailer, but I think it could be fun, but I also didn't see anything that made me go, oh, when I have friends over, when people have friends over, they're totally going to play this instead of just Smash.
Yeah.
It'd
be something to do like once and then just go into the regular Smash matches. Matches.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to check it out. I don't want to sound like I'm down on it at all. I mean, but it's just something that I'm not sure. It's kind of like Smash Run almost. Like when you have friends over to play Smash 3DS, how many times do you actually go to Smash Run instead of just playing regular Smash, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I think it seems like Sakurai really wants players to play every mode together because co-op's there a lot. Classic mode, All-Star mode, as we said, event mode. You can have 1 or 2 players take on battles. I think even like there might even be. Did I hear this right? That there are some event matches that have to be done with 2 players.
Yeah, well, that was in Brawl too. There was a whole separate set of event matches only for 2 players, and it looks like those are back in Smash Wii U. And just event mode in general, I love the way it's laid out. So it's kind of like a grid format now, where depending on which events you clear, they open up different paths to different events. So it looks like it's going to be bigger and more fleshed out than it ever was in Brawl and Melee, and I'm super, super happy it's back.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and we got the customization we were hoping for. Coin battles in there for better or worse.
I like
stamina
the
matches.
Coin battle.
There's all that customization you guys were hoping for is there, and I will be able to take care of it like that. It's really cool.
And not to mention the item frequency is back too. So all those things we were missing in Smash 3DS, item frequency, special Smash, all that, it's here in Wii U, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, and we were sort of suspecting that because it just seemed likely. I don't know why they kept it out of the 3DS version, but whatever.
Yeah.
Now, another topic that's near and dear to both of our hearts, the music. Oh my god, just seeing them expand how much more music is in the game and all the titles and how much they have available. It's just like, please.
Yeah, they kept specifying over and over again that there is tons of music in this game, over and beyond the 3DS version. And they said it's going to include the majority of the music from the 3DS version anyway. So it's just I can't wait to see what music there is to discover in here.
Mm-hmm. And really, we were joking about this before, what point is there going to be to play the 3DS version and once the Wii U version comes out? I'm losing reasons.
I mean, it'll still be nice to play it on the go, for sure, but yeah, I mean, in terms of when you're at home, there really is no reason to play this, play the 3DS version over the Wii U one.
It's nice to have the 3DS version since, that's the best way to get Mewtwo when he becomes available, but yeah.
By the way, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the updated composer list for the Wii U version, but they've got such superstars as Michiru Yamane from Castlevania, Akari Kaida from Mega Man Battle Network, and Koji Kondo from, of course, Super Mario Brothers and Zelda.
Nice.
So this is going to be amazing, the soundtrack in this game.
Oh, I don't doubt it one bit. It looks incredible. I guess the last thing, it's not really major, but I think it's still interesting that they brought this back, masterpieces. Which are just little tastes of the different games that are that these characters are from, and then you do have the option to go directly to the eShop and buy them if you are interested.
Right.
Which is perfect for a game like this, that you can try it out and then go buy one of the games yourselves. I don't know. I doubt people are going to use it that much, especially did you really play the masterpieces that much?
No, I mean, I think I did once for each time I unlocked a new one just for the hell of it. But yeah, I mean, it looks like there are more masterpieces than ever in this version, which makes sense. I'm not super hyped about them coming back, but why not, right?
Exactly. There's no harm in them being in there.
Yeah.
Because really, this game is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
And it's almost overwhelming. There's so much to cover with this one bit of information, and this is the blowout that I was hoping for so long when it came to Smash Wii U, because we really didn't know much about it. We didn't even get into how many new levels got confirmed yet, and all that. But I guess the best way to end it, because this is the most popular topic, is Mewtwo, because I don't think we got into hopes and thoughts about him. Do you think his moveset's going to change at all, or Anything like that?
Yeah, I feel like he'll be changed a little because Lucario was kind of brought in Brawl as a replacement for Mewtwo. They're not exactly the same, and they never have been, but they do have similarities. So I do feel like Mewtwo might have might get a few changes to further differentiate him from Lucario.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think he'll mostly play the same, but there's probably going to be a lot of differences between him and that. Or he might just be a clone. Well, clone. Take your guess on who's the clone, Lucario or Mewtwo.
Right, but it's just it's great to have DLC confirmed. The way Sakurai talked about it, the fact that Mewtwo is not going to be done until spring 2015, it does sound like he is the only DLC character in development, at least right now. I mean, of course, he could not have just said anything else about anyone else that's in development, but the way it sounded was that Mewtwo is it for now.
Yeah, and it is for both versions. So you get him, you have both versions. You'll be able to get him in 3DS and Wii U. So that's pretty major. I don't think he's going to be the last one, though. I think there's going to be other
Probably
characters.
Not. Yeah, I don't think so either. And it looks like the Miiverse stage is going to be a form of DLC at least because it's not going to be ready at launch.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like they said, he wasn't able to finish it. So this is the extra stuff that we were able to get in. So he wasn't able to finish Mewtwo. That's coming later, and it feels appropriate. It really does. Yeah,
and the tournament mode too. You're going to eventually be able to host your own tournaments like in Mario Kart 8, but that will not be ready at launch either.
I completely forgot to mention that, the whole tournament thing. Oh my god, there's just so much.
Too.
Yeah, that's awesome. When I saw the fact that it was going to have online tournaments, I missed the fact that it's not going to be right away. But I was so relieved because I was really disappointed with Smash 3DS that we weren't able to host tournaments like we are with Mario Kart 8 and be able to fight fans, not in any efficient way. This will allow us to finally do that.
Yep.
So that's really cool. Looking forward to that.
Do we want to mention Master Orders and Crazy Orders? Because that's happening too.
I keep saying this is the last thing, but yeah.
I know. I didn't quite get a good handle on what those are. It sounds like they give you specific challenges, and the more you complete, you can choose to go face off with Crazy Hand or Master Hand whenever you want. But the more of those challenges you complete, the better your rewards will be if you manage to defeat Master Hand or Crazy Hand when you go fight them. But if you lose, and you lose it all. That's kind of what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, it seems like sort of a combination with All-Star mode and Classic mode, where you're like constantly taking on these different challenges and managing your health and all that, and you got to decide, like, based on how much damage you have and how confident you are in your skills, when do you want to take on the hands.
Right.
Which is a really cool way of doing it.
And Crazy Hand, I guess that requires either a certain kind of pass or in-game goal to even play it, but I guess the rewards are going to be greater as well.
Mm-hmm. So that might be like the most efficient way to get all the stuff that we have to re-unlock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just seems it's huge.
It is,
and I cannot wait for the release.
Oh, I know. It's only less than a month away now. And it probably is worth noting that for people watching the event now or who are going to, they do show a stage selection screen with I believe, 41 stages on it. I know there are some people concerned that might be the final stage lineup, but Pac-Land is not in it. So, we know Pac-Land is a stage already. So, that stage select screen they're showing in the Direct is not final.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't represent everything unlocked.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know us. We go over this stuff with a fine-tooth comb. We're going to be doing that, directly, and you can expect more of that from here. But this is just general impressions. We'll probably have more later discussions going over specific thoughts, specifically after analyses, once we have a clearer idea of what's going on. And but as for initial thoughts, I am hyped beyond belief.
Oh yeah, same here. I'm ready. 30 days, 29 days. We're almost there.
We can do it.
Yep.
All right, guys, I think that covers it for all the new info on Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. So thank you guys for watching. And if you like this video, be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain. And of course, stay tuned to GameXplain for more on Smash and other things gaming too. Until next time, guys. Bye.